Hey everyone, it's Wednesday morning, November 27th, and welcome back to Capital Markets Quickie. I'm your host, Endrit Cela, and let's talk about what exactly was moving the markets yesterday. Before we begin, a quick note, today's episode is sponsored by AMF Capital Asset Management Frankfurt. For tailored investment solutions and top-quality mutual funds, visit amf-capital.de. So, despite President-elect Donald Trump threatening fresh tariffs on China, Canada, and Mexico, the markets kept their cool. The Standard & Poor's 500 climbed 0.6%, nearing a new record, while the Nasdaq also gained about 0.6%. Even the Dow shook off earlier losses to close up 0.3%, inching closer to yet another all-time high. But the Dow did have a bit of drama. Drugmaker Amgen took a dive, down as much as 12%, after some weight loss data didn't quite wow investors. That definitely put some pressure on the index for most of the session. Now, about those tariffs. Late Monday, Trump vowed to impose hefty tariffs on the U.S.'s biggest trading partners his very first day in office. Naturally, this stirred up trade war fears, and Wall Street got a bit nervous about how this aligns with his Treasury Secretary pick, Scott Bessent, who's supposed to be the calm in the storm. Auto stocks didn't take the news well. Car makers with plants in Mexico, like Nissan and Honda, dropped, and even U.S. giants like Ford and General Motors weren't spared. Meanwhile, the Mexican peso and Canadian dollar also tumbled as the U.S. dollar rallied. But tariffs weren't the only thing on the radar. Investors also combed through the Federal Reserve's November meeting minutes. The Fed's plan? A gradual pace of interest rate cuts, so long as the economy stays strong and inflation keeps cooling. A few officials did flag concerns, though. If inflation remains stubborn or the labor market weakens, the Fed might hit pause on its easing cycle. All this sets up the next big data point. October's Personal Consumption Expenditures Index, the Fed's go-to inflation gauge, which drops later today. That's your wrap for this morning. Thanks for tuning in to Capital Markets Quickie. Be sure to check back tomorrow for more market updates. Until then, take care.